Well, hello again. This time I've got a report for you on something that's really good out of the rainforest. You might recall about a year ago I gave you a report about the guanabana tree, the graviola tree, and as this tree has compounds in it which are called ananaceous acetogenins. And these are the compounds that they now use, well, synthesize, they copied them and use them for what you now get in chemotherapy for cancer. But I can tell you something, the chemotherapy cure that they give you, as you well know, causes you to get diarrhea, it'll give you mouth sores, it will give you skin sores, and it will cause your hair to fall out. These are the side effects. Well, let me tell you something, the ananaceous acetogenins, if you took it straight from the cancer healing tree, the guanabana tree, you don't have any side effects whatsoever. And, of course, the pharmaceutical companies, the drug companies who make trillions of dollars out of it, they don't want you to know what I'm talking about. I've got another thing here to show you, and come with me on this report. We're going to talk about GANODERMA. It also comes from the rainforest. There's over 200 species of GANODERMA. It's a fungus type mushroom that grows on rotted down trees and on the tree trunks. This GANODERMA also has compounds, and they've proven that it will inhibit and stop the replication of cancer cells, and in particular prostate cancer. So they have now made, using the compounds from this mushroom, reishi mushroom or GANODERMA, they've now made a coffee type drink. We call it a replacement coffee drink because instead of drinking coffee that is full of poisons and toxins in it that you shouldn't have in the caffeines, this is a replacement coffee drink. We're selling this, by the way. Now, this is not a commercial. I'm going to show it to you where it comes from. I'm going to show you where it grows and what it looks like. So come with me on this report, please. We're going to a place called O'Reilly's Guest House. It's up in the McPherson Ranges. It's Green Mountain. Come with me and have a look at the beautiful birds and things that we found when we went through the rainforest here. Just before I take you through the rainforest and we look at all the birds and things, let me show you what I've done with a lot of my friends. I'm holding up a hot pot in my hand, and I'm also holding up a cayenne chili, a cayenne pepper. That's a cayenne pepper. None of the others will suit what I'm talking to you about. Now, when you boil up a 4 or 5 cup hot pot here, use colloidal silver water. And if you use colloidal silver water, and you also chop up this cayenne, and you put that in the drink, and come back and half an hour later it's all steeped together, and pour that and drink that throughout the day, you have an unbelievable high level and antitoxin. Clean yourself out. As a matter of fact, this little cayenne also, as you'll see from my previous report, this little fella actually adjusts your blood, everything. It has been used to avert heart diseases and actually has caused a heart attack to stop. So you can see, if this is going to regulate your blood, bring it up if it's down, bring it down if it's up. If this is going to do that for you, and you've got the colloidal silver in this cook pot, hot pot, you will find you've made yourself something that you can drink throughout the course of the day, and you won't need to drink any other caffeinated coffees or teas. This is a beautiful drink. Just one more thing before we go and say hello to the birds up in the bush. If you want to get some stock or some supplies of this beautiful, wonderful health drink, you can get it anywhere in the world, and I will send you the details. Just send an email to me on the email address that you can now see on the screen. While I have breakfast, look at this. Here we are with a region bowerbird, and we're having breakfast, and they've come down to join us at the breakfast table, and there's a satin bowerbird, a beautiful big male satin bowerbird. This is the only bird of Australia that's native to Australia, the satin bowerbird. Nowhere else in the world will you see such a gorgeous bird. Have a look at the colour of the eyes, and it's eating out of my hand while I have breakfast. And here they come down out of the trees to have a feed, and as you can see, you're very popular if you have sunflower seed. As a matter of fact, there's a bit of a war going on here, trying to get all of the sunflower seed. Here we are. Isn't that a beautiful bird? Gorgeous. Gabriel, and we're on the hunt up here in the rainforest for the GANODERMA, so we invite you to come along with us, Gabriel. Mariana's, we're on the walk to go down the bush to find some GANODERMA, and as you can see, we've been given a welcoming committee by the king parrots and the red rosellas. They are absolutely gorgeous. Let's see if we can get a nice close-up picture of the beauty of the king parrots and the mountain lories. Geez, and as you can see, there's a male and a female together, and the male has pushed the female away to have a little bit of grated cheese, and you can see I've got my fingers closed to make sure they just don't gut themselves, otherwise they just eat it all up so quickly. Here we are. Isn't he gorgeous? That's the male regent bowerbird. That's the female. You'll only find these beautiful birds like this in Australia. You're looking at wild ginger. That's the ginger plant. You go in the shops and buy it pay a lot of money. There it is, growing in the rainforest naturally. Now, as you can see, we're in the rainforest in the McPherson Ranges, and this is what we've been hunting for. There is the GANODERMA, one of the species, and it's a beautiful selection here of the GANODERMA. That's GANODERMA lucidum. It's been known by the Chinese for over 4,000 years, and it has some wonderful compounds which they are copying, synthesizing, and making drugs out of. It's a little bit like the graviola or the soursop tree, which has the acetogenins, ananaceous acetogenins, which they have copied, and they use that for chemotherapy. There's only one thing: when they make artificial chemical additives and they pinch the compounds out of these natural things, that it has very bad side effects. For example, in the ananaceous agenins that they have made in chemotherapy, that makes people lose their hair and get sores in their mouth and diarrhea, etc. The drinks that have been made out of this and the compounds used in the drinks of the GANODERMA drink with this particular species of mushroom available here in the rainforest, there is no side effects, and it is natural. The drinks that are made with this GANODERMA fungus or mushroom, it strengthens the immune system. It's an antioxidant, and it controls free radicals in the system. It helps the pancreas to balance the sugar levels, so it's excellent for diabetics. It is helpful to people that suffer from chronic fatigue. It's very helpful for people with any cancer cells, because it helps these toxins to be shunted out of your blood system. And there's just one more thing that we can add to the list of benefits for this GANODERMA, and that is that it strengthens the digestive system. So if you have irritable bowel system, this is what you should have. A replacement coffee drink with these compounds is going to help you eliminate the toxins and fix up your bowel system, particularly irritable bowel system. There is the black bouillon tree, and over here in this base of the bouillon tree you can see the size of that enormous GANODERMA, and there you've got a lot of little ones that are starting to grow. One thing you've got to realize with these GANODERMAs that are used in the replacement coffee drink, and I'll tell you, it increases the oxygen supply to the nervous system. It relieves fatigue, as I said before, great for chronic fatigue sufferers, and it reduces the blood sugar level in your body, and it's excellent to refine your complexion. on your skin. And these are there available in the GANODERMA's range of products that are now made into a replacement coffee drink. Now if you go into the internet and Google GANODERMA for cancer, you're going to find out that they've already discovered that the compounds from this mushroom has reduced and stops the reproduction and the replication of prostate cancer cells. They've also proven that it's excellent for hypoglycemics,